Hey cat lovers, and welcome back to another video. When it comes to cats, the questions are endless. Why do cats? How do cats? Do cats do this? Whether or not you are a cat guardian, our feline companions are often the source of intrigue and mystery. Luckily, the internet is a perfect place to seek answers to all of your most burning cat questions. If you enjoy this kind of content, subscribe to the channel for more cat videos. Now let's answer more of Google's top cat questions. Number 1. Do cats fart? You'll be amused to learn that cats do indeed fart. If you're a cat guardian, you may have already experienced the aftermath of your cat's fart bomb. As gross as it may sound, you can actually learn some important things about your cat's health based on their farts. If your cat is passing gas more than usual, it could be indicative of digestive trouble. One of the most common causes of increased amounts of gas is a change in diet. If you have recently changed your cat's food, it is normal for them to experience extra gas for the first week or so. This should resolve itself on its own. If it does not, it's time to visit your veterinarian. Excessive gas could also indicate something more serious is going on. It could signal the presence of parasites, infection, or just microbial imbalance. That being said, the occasional fart is normal and to be expected. Just like us, cats have to pass gas too. If you have ever heard your cat fart, let us know in the comments. Number 2. Do cats get colds? Cats can get colds, and they present very similarly to human colds. The most common cold that cats can get is called feline upper respiratory infection. Like human colds, the symptoms of this infection are usually mild. In most cases, the cat can recover within a few days without medical intervention. The most common symptoms of a cat cold are a runny nose, sneezing, coughing, congestion, and loss of appetite. These symptoms should clear up after a few days. There are steps you can take to make your cat more comfortable, like increasing the humidity of their space and showering them with extra love and affection. However, symptoms can become more severe. In these cases, the cold can lead to a more severe infection. If your cat's symptoms have not improved or have worsened after 4 days, it is time to visit your veterinarian. Number 3. Do cats dream? Cats are excellent sleepers. After all, they sleep between 12 and 18 hours every day. If you've ever watched your cat sleeping, you may have noticed they occasionally twitch or make facial expressions that are indicative of dreaming. But do cats actually dream? Experts say yes. It is most likely that cats dream when they are sleeping. Dreaming occurs when the brain is in a rapid eye movement state. While your brain waves slow down during other phases of sleep, your brain is quite active during REM sleep. During this time of high brain activity, dreams occur. In humans, REM sleep occurs around 90 minutes into sleeping. French neuroscientist Michael Jouvet conducted experiments in the 1960s that proved cats too experience REM sleep. As a result, it has been concluded that cats most likely do dream. However, it may not be in the same way as humans. Research continues to be conducted to learn more about a cat's sleep cycle, sleeping brain, and potential dreams. Currently, there is no way to know exactly what cats are dreaming about. For now, we can only guess. Assuming that dreams play a similar role for cats as they do for humans, it isn't far-fetched to think that they dream about us. Number 4. Do cats have 9 lives? Unfortunately, cats do not have 9 lives. As you may have suspected, cats only have 1 life just like the rest of us. There is some debate surrounding where the myth came from, with some suggesting it came from an Old English proverb and others saying it dates back to the times of the ancient Egyptians. Even though cats only have 1 life, they seem to have the ability to cheat death. This is because they are very durable and agile. They can take quite a bit of fall damage as their legs are designed to absorb the shock of impact, and they can almost always land on their feet due to being extremely flexible. So while cats may not have 9 lives, they are quite adept at protecting their 1. Number 5. Do cats have Lyme disease? Lyme disease is a bacterial infection that is transmitted by the bite of an infected tick. It is caused by the bacteria Borrelia burgdorferi, and it is most common in North America. In most cases, Lyme disease infects humans. It is often easily treated, but it can be dangerous if it is not checked out. Aside from humans, can other animals get Lyme disease? While the answer is yes, it is much less common than you might think. Domestic animals, including horses, cattle, dogs, and cats, can contract Lyme disease. However, it is very uncommon amongst our feline friends. While Lyme disease may be a concern for dog guardians, as it is much more likely to infect dogs, cat guardians do not have much to fear. Lyme disease very rarely occurs in cats. In fact, the Cornell Feline Health Center reports that Lyme disease has never been seen in a cat outside of a laboratory setting. While it is very rare that a cat would contract Lyme disease, it is still a good idea to be familiar with the symptoms. Cats infected with Lyme disease are likely to be lethargic and sensitive to touch. They may exhibit a symptom known as shifting leg lameness, in which they may develop lameness in one of their legs for a few days and then in the other a few days later. If you suspect your cat has Lyme disease, it is important to visit your veterinarian. If left untreated, Lyme disease could damage the kidneys. To prevent your cat from potentially encountering Lyme disease, make sure that you protect your cat from ticks and fleas. Number 6. Do cats know their names? If you've ever tried to get your cat's attention by calling out their name to no avail, you have probably wondered whether or not your cat actually knows their name. Research conducted at Sophia University in Tokyo suggests that cats not only recognize their owner's voice, but they are also able to recognize their names. Their study found that cats are very in tune with their owner's voice and are much more likely to respond to it than voices that they do not recognize. Cats are very intelligent and they have very advanced hearing. It seems these two traits combined give cats the ability to distinguish between vocal patterns. They can distinguish a familiar human voice from an unfamiliar voice. Further, the research at Sophia University showed that cats have more pronounced responses when their own names are spoken versus other words. They are even more responsive to their own names over similar sounding words or the names of other cats. While they were the most responsive when their guardians said their names, the cats seemed to be able to recognize their names even when spoken by strangers. The researchers suggest that cats do indeed know their names, though they probably don't associate them with their identity. Rather, it is most likely that they associate their names with rewards and attention. As such, they respond positively. Regardless, the next time you call your cat's name and they aren't responding, you can know that they do hear you and they are just choosing to ignore you. Number 7. Do cats like music? Music is often considered a universal language as it can invoke strong emotions without words. Much of life is responsive to music, from humans to birds to plants. But do cats respond to music the same way humans do? Research has shown that cats tend to respond indifferently to human music across genres, but this doesn't mean that they don't respond to music, just perhaps not music designed for humans. Scientists at the University of Wisconsin composed music with frequencies, pitches, and tempos designed for cats. For example, some of the songs would contain purring sounds or noises within the frequency range of cat vocalizations. This music piqued the interest of the cats in the study, and they responded with intent. Further research conducted at Louisiana State University found that cats listening to cat-specific music exhibited far fewer stress-related behavioral cues than cats who were not. These research findings suggest that cats do like music, but only music that they can understand. Number 8. Do cats have belly buttons? Cats do have belly buttons. Belly buttons are a common feature amongst almost all mammals. The only exceptions to this are marsupials like kangaroos and koalas, and egg-laying mammals like the duck-billed platypus. Belly buttons are left over from when the umbilical cord was attached. Mammals are attached to their mothers in the womb via the umbilical cord, which is cut during birth. The belly button is its remnants. Human belly buttons are quite distinct and easy to find, but cat belly buttons are more hidden. They are not only usually covered in fur, but they tend to be much less indented than human belly buttons. Rather, they are often just a shallow dent or a thin line. Their obscured appearance often leads to the misconception that cats do not have belly buttons. Whether or not you can find your cat's belly button, they surely do have one. Number 9. Do cats see color? Research has shown that cats can see color, but not the spectrum of color that humans can see. To understand how cats perceive the world, it is important to first understand how their eyes function. Like humans, a cat's eyes are made up of different photoreceptors. These photoreceptors receive light and convert it into electrical signals. These signals are sent to the brain, translating them into what we see. There are two main types of photoreceptors in the eye, rods and cones. Each serves a different purpose and affects how someone sees the world. While rods are more sensitive to light, cones are more sensitive to color. There is some debate surrounding how exactly cats see the world, but it is thought that they have a more limited range of color perception. This may mean that they can't differentiate between certain shades, or that they don't see with the same saturation as we do. The reason for this is that cats have many less cone cells than humans do. Humans have around 10 times more cone cells than cats do, meaning that we can perceive colors much better than they can. Conversely, cats have many more rod cells than humans do. This is why they can see much better at night than we can. Now that we've answered the top questions, it's time for Cat of the Week. This video's Cat of the Week is Phoenix. His guardian says, Phoenix is a deceptively loving cat. He was, at the time, the longest resident of the local animal shelter at just over 1 year. And at that time, I knew we were meant for each other. He wasn't too happy because he was in a lot of pain. A little after adoption, he had to have all teeth but his canines removed. And now he is pain-free, always sleeps beside me in bed, and made a complete 180. He is the most dedicated and lovable cat one could ask for, and rules over our other cats as the king. Congratulations, Phoenix, keep being pawsome. To enter your cat for a chance to be featured, visit the entry link in the description box below. So which of these answers did you find the most interesting? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up because it helps other cat lovers find our content. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next Catterday for another video.